Okay, welcome back. It is day 2 of our Extinction playthrough. This is the first time I'm playing the Extinction difficulty. For those that missed episode 1 or want a brief sort of like roundup of what Extinction is, it is a brand new difficulty for Project Zomboid that takes things to the next level past Apocalypse. We have a low chance of sprinters. We have zombies with superhuman strength and toughness. They have longer memory in places, and some of them even know how to open unlocked doors. So it is a real challenge. In our first episode of this, we spawned into a house and there was an alarm going off, and then straight away, almost moving into the second building, there was another alarm. So honestly, I'm surprised we even made it this far. But we've settled on the outskirts of Rosewood. This is like one of the two kind of, what do we call it? The rural houses on the southeast corner of town. So we've got a little bit of safety to work with. Right now, I think if I remember rightly, we were after an axe. Because if I can get an axe, then I can start barricading the house up a little bit. I think we also secured a car in the last one with some gas. So we've got quite a bit going for us. We've just got some more work to do. I was actually thinking, like, maybe I'd move... I can't even do this, really, until I get, like, some carpentry skill. But maybe we move the bed down to the basement. I also don't know if that would be a bad idea, though, because we only have one exit. My thinking is that nothing should aggro them to me if I'm down in the basement. But like I say, it does leave me with only one way out. They come in during the night. So right now, we're coming up to the evening, so I'm just sort of getting through this book. And then we can probably make some food, wash our character, get him all cleaned up, and then it'll be time to sleep, I think. Okay, that's maintenance 1 complete. Good start for us. I think I'd like to go back to the school as well and maybe like try and find ourselves some more books, because we didn't actually get the chance to go in the library, if I remember. Which would be kind of good. Since build 42, I've never tried fishing. You should. I really like it now that it's been changed. It feels a lot more involved and enjoyable. Long time no see. It has been, Louise. I hope you've been well. You're turning those pages without making a sound? Wait. No game audio's coming through. Or did I miss a reference or a joke there? Game audio's coming through. It's if you zoom out, look, the sound gets quieter. Or attempted a joke. Oh, okay. Sorry, Rye. My apologies. What up, Claire? My husband loves fishing in build 42. I think it's like one of the, honestly, like one of the best things they did was overhaul the fishing mechanic. I could never understand the people that were like upset with the fact that they'd added it. There were genuinely people that didn't like the change. And it was all because like they just wanted to AFK while fishing. And I'm like, yeah, but you've got to see like how that's not an enjoyable gameplay mechanic, right? Like, that's not something they should aim for, is to make the player go AFK. It was a weird one. So we still need some stuff to make food in. We do have a griddle pan, so we can do stir fry. I wonder, hang on. Can we add kidney beans to a stir fry? Like, genuine question. Doesn't look like it. Unless I make one with something else first, maybe? No, okay. So it won't let me put the kidney beans in there, which I suppose is fair enough. We've got chickpeas as well. Also can't go in there. But they need to be added to a recipe to be eaten. You could put corn in a stir fry, right? Hang on, let's do a... What? Did they remove... The stir fry is not on the crafting menu at all? Craft. Oh, okay. Let's go with... I think tomatoes should be able to go in there, so let's go with that. Here we go. Excellent. What else do we think could go in there? Maybe peas or corn. I'm not sure which. I'm gonna go with peas. I would, I just don't have to try a new run at the moment. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. We're all busy from time to time, but yeah, definitely if you get the chance, it'd be worth it. Okay. So. We've made a little meal. Let's make some food. Cook this up. Muffin tray. Just place this like here. MrAtomicDuck, sir, hypothetically, if I made coffee in real life, do you think I should make 1 or 2? That is the funniest way of asking me if I'd like a coffee, darling, that you've ever chosen to voice. Yes, I would love a coffee. Thank you very much for asking. Could I be an extra needy individual? Would you mind topping up my hydration drink for me? Thank you. I'm so spoiled, chat. I'm so spoiled. Okay. Should really... Somebody brought this up last time. I don't have my cursor on in game. Let me turn that on for you guys as well. It's because when I record my videos and I'm in the middle of recording a mods video right now, I turn my cursor off because it gets in the way of the footage. Dude, what kind of setting is this oven on? Whack that bitch up. Hypothetically, of course. Yes. Of course. Greystone Robotics, Deltafly, and Stashuan. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Appreciate that. Adorable. I'm a very lucky individual. I'm a very lucky individual. Right. What are the superhuman zomboids like? Deadly. Very deadly. Alright, let's get an early night. I don't remember if I locked the doors. I sure hope I did. 3 a.m. Thank you. Okay, this one's locked. I can't lock windows, right? No, okay. We don't have to worry about windows. This one's locked as well. So we're all good. I do need to get some extra sheets for these doors. Yeah, what up, Squillis? You playing on the latest unstable build? Yes. So we're currently playing Extinction difficulty, which is a new one. But see, look at this basement. I feel like we could turn this into a little sleeping area really easy. I just don't know if it would be the best option or not, really. Like, on the one hand, it puts me in a place with only one exit, but on the other hand, there's no chance at all that I'm going to aggro anything down here. You know? But anyway, we're going to go... Our next sort of, like, mission, if you like. We're going to try and go back to the school, try and acquire some books. And I'm also on the lookout for an axe. As a player who has been addicted to PZ for 10 years, it was time to follow you. I appreciate that. Thank you. One exit seems bad. Yeah, there is definitely some obvious downsides. Been really sweet watching the relationship evolve. Yeah, I mean, I never thought that me and Lush would be living together in England, but here we are. She moved over in January, so she's been here, I think, about 2.5 months now. Yeah. So far, we're very happy, and I hope it stays that way. I think it will. We're both pretty pleased. But we met a couple of years ago. We're actually coming up on our I think on our second anniversary here in like a week. So we're going out for a nice meal tomorrow night. So it should be good. Kind of woken up at a weird time here. I don't know what I want to do with myself. We could do some foraging, actually. As long as we're careful. Like there shouldn't be any zombies about. Let me get my flashlight. Knowing that there could be a sprinter just hiding away in the trees really makes this a lot more impactful. Thank you. In the pitch black with sprinters, you're braver than I am. Listen, I know what I'm doing. Do you know who I am? All right. Sprinters, schminters. All right. Okay, listen. Just because you have slightly more hours than me. When did you check how many hours you have compared to me? Yesterday. Okay. Yeah, Lucy never lets me forget that she's got 250 more hours than me at the moment, chat. She's probably only going to grow. There is something there, but I can't find it. It's too dark. shit. Why are there like 3 zombies right outside my front door? Hold on now. Okay. That's them dealt with. Okay. We'll probably have to move those bodies a little bit further away too. Over time. Right, so I need some food. I should probably top up my water. No, the sink. There we go. Can have another bit of my stir fry here, and then we're gonna whack the telly on for 6 a.m. Now we wait, and I get to have a sip of my coffee, and then we'll head out on our adventure for the day. Let the game run in a minimized window for a few days, and the problem is solved. You know, once or twice I've actually done that after a stream. I've forgotten to pause and close my game. And I've never actually like lost a character that way, but I have come back like half an hour later and my character's just bored out of his mind, depressed, like from not doing anything. Incredibly tired, you know. So yeah, I've done that once or twice. Not my brightest moment. Let's treat our fanny pack as like a medical bag. That would be our best option. Probably do with a couple of other rags as well. Let me just check if we've got like any spare clothing in the bedrooms. Will do. Oh, we have another sheet here as well. See that? So we can only cover one side of the door with this, but we should put them up. I don't even know if it fully works on those doors, to be fair. I'm not sure how they function. 6 rags? Okay, that's more than I need. 3 will be fine. Just pop the rest in here for now. We'll wait for this show, and then we're out on the road. Probably got some zombies to clear by the looks of it. Have you guys been, has anybody been trying Extinction, chat? How do we feel about it so far? Like, those of you that have played it, what are your thoughts on the Extinction difficulty? I'd be interested to see what other people think. You have? Tell us your thoughts, Sir Juice. You died before you could even get established? Oh, yeah. That first alarm, really. From what I was hearing from other players, the alarm going off at the very start of the game is intended. And I think you spawn in a house with an alarm going off. It's been a really refreshing change, breaks the stagnation that sets in on Apocalypse difficulty. Yeah. Did just vanilla Extinction? I've tried, and I did feel the zombie toughness being higher. I got lots of alarms too, but did not spawn with alarms. Interesting. I wonder if it was like next door building or something like that. I think the only thing that I think they need to change is the zombie activity setting. I think that needs to go up to both day and night. Because without it, all you get is slow shamblers during the day. Which is kind of like defeats the purpose, surely. You feel like loot could be turned down a little too? Fair enough. Okay, so we cleared these ones out already. Frank chilling on the grass outside. Oh, he wants to play. He's had a lot of play today. He is loving this weather. No car yet. We do have a car. It's more a case of I don't feel safe using it yet. Especially when we're in the local area. Like, there's no real point in me using it to go, like, a few houses up. You know? I do kind of want to search these sheds. I don't remember if we searched this one or not, but it might be worth looking for an axe. So, there's just a lot of zombies. But we can deal with these ones. Come on, Sprinter. Let's have you first. Get you out of the way. Whoa! That was a clean swing. You do feel that, like, enhanced toughness with them, don't you? Because, like, having to step on them, like, 3 or 4 times to finish them off is rough on your stamina. What does that setting even do? It's unclear. Zombie activity. So, basically what it means is a zombie... let's say you have a sprinter, right? If zombie activity is set to nighttime, that sprinter will only sprint at nighttime. Otherwise, it is a slow shambler. So it essentially makes their speed only active at like a certain time frame, which is why like I changed it to both day and night, so I still get the sprinters and the fast shamblers during the day. Oh, there's definitely like a couple in the house that I can't see, but
Hey.
take a loop around the house maybe. Explains why I wasn't finding any sprinters. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It seems like, to me, I feel like that... Jesus, okay, that's not good. To me, I feel like that was an oversight from the devs, is all that was. Oh man, that's gonna draw zombies from all the way down here. I might dip into this basement and just shelter for a minute. Just let them pass. I'm pretty sure we've already been down here. But I feel like just letting those zombies pass for a moment is the best option. I've got good eyes on the entrance, so I can see if anything comes down. I kind of like the night activity for now. Makes you actively consider and plan daylight hours, or beware the consequences if you get greedy. Maybe, I suppose maybe that's just me. Like, I do that anyway and have no... I have no problem keeping on top of a character's sleep schedule in Zomboid. But that might just be because, like, I've had a substantial amount of time with the game that I don't really consider that part a challenge. So that could just be a case of, like, my experience not matching the majority. But I definitely prefer having the different, like, speeds active all the time. Personally. I'm hoping we can get our maintenance to level 1. I think at that point we might be able to make like an axe head or something. Opium Tea and D&D. Thank you for the follow. Like that name, that's funny. Oh, Jesus. That was mean. Waiting right at the top of the stairs like that, lady? Who are you trying to pull? Oh, I feel like she should have been able to get up there, but it's alright. So you can see how, like, just fighting, like, that, what was that, 3 zombies, like, because of the increased movement speeds, oh, sorry, because of the, increased toughness, has just made that so much more work for my character. Okay, I have been in here. Nothing of worth. I don't know if I've been in this one. I don't think this one has a window. Ooh, they have an axe in their back, I think. Or unless it's a meat cleaver. Might be meat cleaver. Yeah, it's a meat cleaver. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh, there is a window. Okay. There's nothing in here. Well, at the very least, we can have a little sit. Take a moment. May also be because I have played with Restless Sleeper on every character for 3 years. Now it's biting me in the bum. Oh yeah, fair. That does make sense. Rebecca just made a big happy sigh. Is that the Doge, Michelle? Frank does that a lot too. That's a big huff when he's happy. CP Falcon, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, so we've looted the sheds. We haven't looted the house. I do kind of want to make sure that I go through all of these. And we could still benefit from another couple of sheets as well. The basement here. Did I go in this basement? I can't remember if I destroyed the door for this one. I know I destroyed the door to a basement previously. The hammer. Look, I can see the other basement. Ahoy, new playthrough? Sort of. This is... Bless you. This is day 2. Bless you again. Alright, if you do it again, you're just, like, being a needy, alright? 2 is fine. Anything past 2, and I'm not saying bless you a 3rd time. Like... That's the rule, I think, chat. Somebody sneezes, they get bless yous twice. Ooh, okay, so this is... Granted, this is a stale beef patty, but we do have a pack of hamburger buns. So let's open those up. And we might be able to make some burgers. We just need to find some stuff to add to it. And we can freeze all of these. Oh, cooking pots. Amazing. Let's, can we pour this on the ground? Yep. Cooking pot's good news. Beef burger is fresh, despite being a stale cooked burger. Time to sterilize some rags. Yeah, that's true. We can boil some water up for those. That's a good point. Just gotta be careful because all of the doors are open. What else have we got? Correction fluids. That's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff. Sometimes you just gotta sniff some glue, you know? I can't believe that's a vanilla feature. Honestly, like, I don't even know if it does anything. I don't think it does anything. Maybe it takes the edge off, I don't know. I know who that is just by that message. Just by that text-to-speak message, I know who that is. Broken, thank you very much. Frank is well. He is good. He's had a very good day playing in the sun. And he's been sitting out with us on the garden furniture today. We put all the cushions out and everything, and he has loved that. So yeah, I'd say he's pretty happy. And we're okay too, you know, but who really cares? I'm aware it's all about Frank. What up, Retinari? How's it going, dude? I think it reduces depression a little bit. Makes sense, I guess. Does it make sense? I don't know. I can't say I've ever been part of the sniffing correction fluid club. So, I wouldn't know. Correction fluid can be sniffed up to 10 times, decreasing unhappiness. Damn. How's Extinction so far? Good. We made the adjustments that we were talking about in your chat. So we've got zombies active both day and night. I can't remember if we changed the length of days. What? Back off, lady. But yeah, we had a house alarm go off literally as soon as I spawned. Managed to escape that horde and ran into another house, and the alarm went off in that house too. So the start was incredibly rough, and I am surprised that we even lived through it, to be honest. But we did get there. Wait a second. It's Pancho! Pancho the dog. Somebody threw him in the trash. I think they should be thrown in the trash. Poor Pancho. What is Extinction? It's a new sandbox difficulty preset for Project Zomboid. Buddy? Oh, Frank's come to join us, chat. Come to sit at my feet. I've had an extinction start with a zombie halfway through a window as the house loaded. I've heard other players say they've spawned into houses with zombies in them, so... I think someone's probably been sitting in the sun because he's just come upstairs and he's panting. Frank has a tendency to sit in the sun, chat, until he literally can't physically take it anymore. Because dogs have no self-preservation skills. Not that obvious. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub 2 months in a row. Thank you. Appreciate that. Can we get some MrAtomicDuck bread ups in the chat, please? Jesus, that's a lot of Zeds. They have been building over here, dude. Look at them all. It's even more than last time we came. Thank you, Zach Wolf, as well, for the follow. Any luck finding a sledge? No. We're nowhere near that yet. On the lookout for an axe, mostly. I'm wondering if I should try and work my way through these ones so we've got access to a couple more houses. I don't really know if it's worth me going into the school with how much loot I've picked up along the way here. Oh, sorry, Frankie. Realize you led down, buddy. That bat looks like a leg. Look at it. Covered in blood. Like a big meat chunk. So many zombies here, honestly. I don't necessarily have to kill all of these, I suppose. I could just cut down the side. I'm more inclined to clear zombies on this difficulty, though. Even though they're tougher, just because, like, I don't want a sprinter coming out of nowhere and sneaking up on me. Yeah, we are building stress from the zombie on the fence. Which is a little bit silly. I know spears can go through the fence. Let's see if the knife will go through. It does. There we go. Probably use a bunch of endurance doing that, but... Right, let's see if I can skip round these ones. Maybe. Oh, there's a couple more here though, look. Okay. I don't see any more. Doesn't mean there aren't any. I'm sure there's one or two around the back. Stop that. No sprinters. Stop it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Perhaps take just a moment. Yeah, what Retinari said. You don't have to live in the woods. But, where you live does matter. We're on the sort of southeast corner of Rosewood. And thankfully, with it being a little bit out of the way, there's not as many zombies, but you do have to think about barricading, making sure you're locking doors. Because they can come along and just open them sometimes. Favorite fast food fries, and why is it Five Guys? Okay, so we have some, but they're not. Five Guys isn't very common here in the UK, and I'm sorry, but I'm not buying Five Guys because it's ridiculously overpriced. That's just how I feel. I feel like I'll get into an argument about it, definitely, but that's how I feel, and you can't change that. That said, favorite fast food fries. I feel like my answer is gonna catch a lot of flack. McDonald's is okay, but I actually really like the, I say quote unquote fries because they're kind of fries from KFC. They're always, at least from our place, they're always really well seasoned. They got like a really crunchy crust to them. I don't know. Five Guys is the fucking best, and they give you a ton of them. Well, I'd expect them to give me a ton of them with how much I'm paying for it. It's ridiculous prices. KFC potato wedges. Yeah, I don't know if they're potato wedges either. They're not quite fries, but they're not quite thick enough to be potato wedges. At least, again, at least where I'm at. I don't know. Definitely not thin enough to be called fries. But I think they're not quite thick enough to be wedges. Oh hell yeah. That's a whole ham right there. A bag of fish fingers. You'll never know how much of a British staple fish fingers are, chat, unless you're from the UK. There are somehow 3 Five Guys in Edinburgh. Edinburgh's a pretty big place, I think. Never been myself. That was a Woodcraft tape in there. Woodcraft episode 4. I've really not been keeping on top of watching TV in this playthrough as much as I probably should have. Yeah, what up, Sinsamel? I miss the English fish and chips. Can't really get them out of England. Yeah, it's that do be a thing. You just don't get it the same anywhere else. I agree. KFC fries are delish, at least here in Asia. They make them have the bits stuck on them. Burger King stepped their fry game up the last 5 years or something. Yeah, Burger King's not bad as well with fries. I don't know if I'd really rate any of my fast food joints around me on, like, fries. Like, KFC is the best, and they're pretty good. But I don't know if I'd really, like, have any that really stand out to me. What up, Isky? Burger King chicken fries. Yeah. Those were good. Oh, that's boxed wine right there. Thinking I might be able to kind of slip in the back of this house here. There is one on the door. And a few out front. More than one. Move on to the next one and just see what it's like over there. Couple out front. I think we could just take these ones maybe and go into this house. This looks a little bit quieter. What up, Zach Wolf? You know what I like most about British fish and chips, though? Is the curry sauce. There's just nothing like chip shop curry sauce. Amazing. And Janky, you'll know what I'm talking about if you're a fan of fish and chips. Everybody else might not, but curry sauce at fish and chip places are just incredible. My dude, you're making me hungry. Congratulations, you can join me in my suffering. It's way too quiet in here. And well preserved. Why did they not break this one down? Ooh. Garden hoe. Pony? Packaged peas? Little juice box for the boys. They sell that in a kind of gravy mix here in Australia. Apparently they started doing that here recently. Can't remember who it was. But yeah, it's a recent thing they've started doing here. One of the major brands. Jim was telling me about it. Curry sauce, mate. Yeah. Yeah, what was the brand that started doing that here? It was, oh, it was Bisto, I think. Bisto gravy. And now doing chip shop curry sauce. Ah, Bisto. Oh, hang on. Hang on. What did I see there? Oh. .44 Magnum round. What is that? That's like the Desert Eagle, right? And we've got the SN38 revolver. And a secret stash. We're aiming level 3. I feel like the 38 might be worth taking. I don't feel like my character would be much good with anything else. And a 38 is the quietest one. So we might actually be able to get some use out of that if we find some bullets. I think that's the first time I've actually found useful loot in a hidden floor stash in ages. Where's the gun symbol? There it is. Loot. Floor stash. And with that, you've answered my question of what to have for dinner. Fish and chips with curry sauce. Nice. I think we'll have to head back to base for today. I kind of want to check this one out. Could I maybe, like, drop some weight somewhere? What if I eat a burger? Yeah. Add some pepper. Get some burger in me. Eat it. To be fair, we do need to help our character gain some weight because I think he's losing. Yeah, he's losing weight right now. Burger. Yep. My wife laughed out loud the first time she saw me playing Zomboid. She's a big Sims person, so is my partner. I think she loves Sims. She also loves Zomboid. Come on, zombies. Notice me. What? I'm sorry, I slammed the ground an extra couple times on this one, and it didn't die. I didn't even think it was contacting, because it wasn't moving. I feel like I've been scammed. Scamized. Lucy, what's your favorite Sims game and why? We'll see if she has a moment to answer that for you. Yeah. What's your favorite Sims game and why? Are you going to type your response? Okay, okay. I know you love Sims, what, 3? You think Sims 3? Yeah. Have your say.
Okay, so I think the third one is my favorite because it's the most popular. I also like the fight somebody for the open neighborhood concept, which isn't available in any other Sims game. But the second Sims game is also really good for like the weirdness of it. Because like The Sims 1 is a very weird game and they took weirdness out by the third one. And then the first one is the hardest one. Sims 4 doesn't exist.
There you go. You have your definitive answer. Lucy has spoken. Ooh. Whiskey. We can use this to sterilize some rags rather than bother boiling up some water. Oh wait, I can make Molotov cocktails out of these. See how much whiskey we've got left. I think I need a full bottle, unfortunately. And a Molotov cocktail would have been interesting. I don't know if it would have been a good idea, but it would have been an idea. Oh no, stale bread. Up the bread. Pork chop. Bag of potato dots. Potato dots. I love that. Okay, we're getting sleepy. I think we can come back to this house maybe. Let's put the bread in the freezer maybe so we can keep it fresh. Molotovs are always a good idea. I'm not sure that's true. The thing is, like, Molotovs with slow-moving zombies is fine. But as soon as you add sprinters to the mix, Molotovs are a whole different ball game. Because all it takes is just one of them getting a little too close and catching you, and you're on fire, and in Project Zomboid, being on fire is just death. Which I still think they need to add something for, like, if you react quick enough, you know, and you step into some water, or it's raining, or whatever else. Because right now, I don't think you can survive being on fire. Stop, drop, and roll, yep. Maybe if your first aid is high enough, you know, like if you've got a couple levels, even like 1 level in first aid, you know, you've got the ability to do a stop, drop, and roll. Oh, this was the one with canned dog food. I remember. Does undressing help? I don't think so. You've survived it once. They caught your foot on fire. Interesting. Maybe it is possible to survive it then. It's just like, you know, if you catch like the end of an extremity rather than the body. This is going to be cooking containers and spices in here. Because we can add those to lots of different recipes that way. Okay. We've got a ham. We're going to put in the freezer until we can secure that loaf of bread, I think. Same with the hot dogs. Put the peas in there. Pork rinds. Oh wait, we got a couple extra sheets now we can put up. Let's lock the doors. You've survived your leg being on fire. The injury lasted a while. Interesting. Took a good month or so to heal. Yeah, I didn't think you could survive being set on fire, honestly. Yeah, why can't I add a sheet to this one? It's just not possible? Okay. Is that all our windows then? Yeah. Do we have an extra sheet? Not the worst thing in the world. Put it in here. Couple beef burgers and one in here that's still fresh. All of these can go in the freezer. This in the fridge. Then we've got non-perishables. Okay, how many days in are we? Day 3. So, we have Woodcraft episode 4. Shelves and fencing. So I think 4 would be tomorrow. I believe. So let's put this on. Let's just use it, I guess. Or should we? We should probably see if we can get the school done first. Oh, we didn't miss exposure survival. Look at that. Oh, this is building a fire, which I don't even think gives you any skills, does it? Let's put Pancho on our little side table. Pancho the dog. Okay, game. I want to place the item. Thank you. Yeah, this one doesn't give you any skills. Still kind of wish it did. Got an extra hammer. Duck, IRL, are you good at nature survival at all? No, not really. I do have an interest in, like, what's the best way to put it? Like, wilderness survival, cooking and stuff. Like, I love watching those, like, videos where people are, like, they build a shelter and then they'll, like, cook something up that they brought with them that's, you know, or what they find or catch. I find that all very interesting. I feel like I could learn. Like I'd enjoy the process of learning it. It's just not something I have ever done. I'm keeping those watches because we can dismantle them for electrical XP later on. Especially if we find a book for them. Electrical. Now we're getting tired quite early tonight, so what we're going to do is we're going to stay around the base a little bit. And then I'm going to try and leave it pretty late until we sleep. That way, hopefully, we sleep a bit later. Before they nerfed fires, we had a friend move too close to a campfire and the guy burst into flames. Nothing left. We were laughing our asses off because of how fast it was. Yeah, fires in Zomboid are no joke. Ever seen Alone? Highly recommend. I haven't. I used to watch, what are they called? The Outdoor Boys? Is that the one? The one that quit YouTube in the end, and now I think his kids have taken it over. Well, he said he was, hang on. He said he was going to quit doing it 10 months ago. And I've just checked his channel and he's got 3 videos up since then. 4 months ago, 4 months ago, and 3 months ago. So I don't know if he's really given it up or whether he's decided to come back for like a little bit, but then that was 3 months ago, so I have no idea, but I used to watch that content a lot. Actually really interesting as a content creator, because like their thumbnails and titling were, there's a lot of thought that's gone into that isn't immediately obvious unless you know what you're looking at. Really good sort of like example of a channel that took off for doing something unique, for creative titling, for like nailing thumbnail design. Like they did everything right. Everything right. Then there were some videos already filmed that you would still edit and release, but was otherwise done. Ah, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Do we have like a towel or anything? I don't want to clean up this blood. Not that there's a particular reason for me needing to clean it. Ah, bath towel. Can we use that? I don't think so. We can use bleach. We just need a sponge. I think it's like a sponge or a dish towel works. 8 p.m. I haven't really got anything to do right now. Improvised defenses. Make smoke bombs. Oh, there's a mod that I'm going to be covering in an upcoming video involving cold packs. It's a mod that makes coolers, like, you know, the beer coolers. It makes them usable. You put like some cold packs in there and it like will actually preserve food. Just kind of cool. I like the idea of actually being able to store like food on the move when you're traveling. I've just subbed to the cooler mod. Looks really useful. Yeah, I'm doing... I feel like we're in a good place now where I can actually do a bit of like modding coverage. But because of like where the updates have been, it's really not like... I don't think it's been a good time. Because like so many updates have been happening. So I was holding off doing a mod video for a bit, but I think we're kind of in a space now where I've got enough for a video. Have you seen Primitive Technology? It's basically IRL Minecraft. The guy starts off in the forest with nothing but his shorts, and over years and years develops into brickwork, basic metallurgy, and more. Very interesting. Zero commentary. Wow. Yeah, it sounds incredibly dedicated for someone to do all that. Fulina, Z-Storm, T, and Marco. Thank you for the follows, guys. All right, so let's make up a plan while we've got some time. So I think we're going to go back to the school on this one. We're going to give it a try at least. I would like to try and go back to the school. I want to loot the library. Now, I would also like to gather a couple of the items from these buildings. So I think maybe if we go up this road and try and clear this a little bit, we can maybe park a vehicle here even, but then there's this horde like right here as well. Driving a vehicle around here right now is like next to impossible. And also our engine's not in the best state. So it probably wouldn't be a good idea. Let's see about making some more food. There's nothing wrong with preparing some food. Can we do like a soup maybe? Actually, don't we have a tin of soup? I always make like stir fries and pasta and stuff like that. I don't think we have any of those right now. So I'm wondering like whether I can make like a soup or a stew out of what we've got in the fridge here. But I don't think we can. No. That menu isn't particularly helpful either. We do have veggie soup that we could just... The wall's glitching? What do you mean? I don't think so. Well, looks good to me. Okay, hang on. Why can't I... Is this like a... Hang on. Is this like a fluid now? No. Wait, why won't it let me transfer the soup to the saucepan? Am I being stupid here, chat? Or is this bugged? What about soup to bowl? No? Do we need a cooking pot for soup? Can it just not go in a saucepan at all? I swear I've cooked soup in a saucepan before. But, you know, whatever, I guess. We'll eat this stir fry and make a new one. I need to eat quite a bit anyway. You always use cooking pots. I'd feel like it's just a bit weird that you can't, if that's what it is. When you've seen soup in a large pots. Yeah. Yeah, it's odd. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to put it in a smaller pot, you know? Just put half the tin in, I guess, if they're worried about something like that. Strange. Add a jalapeno. Beef and peas stir fry. Honestly, just put the rest of the peas in there. Hey, what up, Josh? How's it going? A little bit of salt and pepper on here. Saucepan is only like 300 mils. You can do pasta and rice, but not soup or stew. Do you not feel like that's a little bit strange though? Like surely you could just do a canned soup in a saucepan, right? Maybe stew, I guess, since you're adding like multiple ingredients potentially. Like even with soup, you just put a smaller amount in, you know? Put a little bit less in there. Maybe do it in 2 batches. You know, I'm not saying I would choose to cook that way, but in a survival situation, I'm gonna just put the soup in the saucepan. All I'm saying. Very small issue though. I'm finally home from work. It's going well. How about you? Not too bad. Not too bad. Just cooking up some food here for our journey. Let's go ahead and take these couple items out with us. I can put this one away in the fridge. I believe we've got a burger as well on standby. The dog come running down when you went to the front door? Yeah. Was it parcels? Oh, he's funny. He is a good boy. He just goes crazy whenever he thinks someone's at the door. He thinks that they're to see him. Okay. Nope, it's coming up on 6 a.m. Let's pop this in here, catch the cooking show. And then we'll head back out as soon as that's done, I guess. Also annoying that you can't make tea or coffee with certain sized cups. Yeah. Also, like, I don't think you can use a kettle, can you? To make coffee or a pot of tea? I'm not sure. I haven't tried, like, recently, so I can't say for sure, but I don't think it's a thing. Would take a week to boil, just like in real life, yep. Ever tried? I know the coffee machine works. Yeah, the coffee machine does work. Kind of cool. Dev's dropping the ball for real. Yeah, game's unplayable. I can't make a pot of tea. Game's unplayable. How much cooking skill are we getting from this? We're closing in on level 3. All right, let's get out there. Enough of that. Now, do we risk car? Feel like we shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. Our engine is not in good condition either. And this is quite a loud vehicle. Come on, come off the road. I don't want to have to drive over any more zombies. Godspeed, thank you. My plan is to kind of go to the right with the vehicle, because there was a group up here before. Yeah, and they're still there. So what I'm thinking is if I can clear these ones, I can maybe park up along the fence line, and then I can do a couple runs in and out, you know? None of them are looking my way, though, which is going to make aggroing, like, 1 or 2 at a time very tricky. Need one of them to turn around. Is it bad that I know exactly where you are in game right now? Nah, this is a recognizable location. Our safe house is a very popular one on the edge of Rosewood. Try PZ GeoGuessr. Yeah, Zomboid Guesser is great fun. We did a video playing that actually, but it didn't do very well, which was a shame because it was a good time. Very fun game to play. There we go. Okay. Few left. Couple more up the way there as well, but you know, we're getting there. Oh hell yeah, dudes. Okay, don't need to be collecting any more watches. Generate a magazine just sitting in a mailbox. Streamer look. Oi, caga. Yeah, that one took quite a few hits there. I think I can probably pull the car around here at this point. Definitely got to take a bit of a break. And we can transfer some of the stuff from these houses maybe, and the door's only up there. Somebody yelling. Didn't seem to draw any zombies though. Certainly hasn't moved these ones. And that sound event might be broken. None of these zombies have moved, so. Try and get rid of these two. My kitten just popped her head up from her tunnel at that yelling. She's confused now. Aww. I feel like Frank wouldn't bat an eyelid, to be honest. He's a very unbothered dog by anything except the door going. The doorbell. Okay, so I need to loot both of these houses. is the one with the floor stash. I'll take the 44 rounds and the gun that uses them. Even though I really don't think our character will get much out of it. But I will also take the SN38. So the 38 revolver, if we can get some ammo for that, that'll be huge. Reason for that being, the 38 has the, I believe, unless this has changed, because there are now some new guns in the game, has always been a very quiet firearm, and it was previously, again, before these new ones are added, the quietest firearm in the game. I don't know if it still is or not. Take butchering too. I know we've been in here already, but I don't think we looted everything because our inventory was pretty full. Okay. So we can tick this one off our map. Throw all these in the trunk. There we are. Still got plenty of room, hopefully enough to go through the library and the school without issue. She might eat those. Right, so we do have a couple of zombies by the school doors. Are you running any mods? Not on this playthrough, no. We're entirely vanilla. We're just checking out the new extinction difficulty preset. No, don't get me wrong, I do like mods, but always been a fan of a more vanilla plus experience, unless I'm doing like a bit of a theme or an overhaul. Certainly to try out this new difficulty, I didn't really want to bring any mods into it. So I'll get to grips with how it all works. I feel like we haven't seen a sprinter in a minute, and I'm a little bit I'm just on the lookout for when that's going to change. It has been a while since we saw a sprinter. Yeah, you're definitely right. All of the updates definitely pose challenges for people that like to run mods. Like, the game updates every month now. More recently. Which is pretty regular. I'm a little bit wary about how many there are in these trees.
Hey.
Yeah. See, there's one that I didn't see. Couple out the front and a couple by the gate. One by the gate. See if we can grab this one since he's looking this way. There's the sprinters. I knew you guys were still out here. Dude, I tell you, the day they changed those sprinters sound effects, they became so much scarier. Not that they weren't already terrifying, but for them to have custom sound effects now as well. Just happy to get 6k hours out of the game I paid like 15 bucks for. Honestly, that's something I have to like remind both myself and other people of when they're getting like frustrated by some of Project Zomboid's development. I remind myself sometimes that, like, you know, I paid like peanuts for this game in the grand scheme of things, you know. It's could have been so much more than it was currently priced at. And I've got like 2,000 hours in it and there's still new things happening all the time. I'm pretty happy overall. And I'll try to be vocal sometimes, you know, if there's some stuff that I don't think is going in the right direction or might need some changes. But sure as hell I'm not gonna get like overly worked up about things. The price I paid for this game, I'm pretty happy. Okay. Back in the school again. Hoping there isn't a huge amount of them in here. I know where we're going. Uh-oh. I could see that one coming in there in front of me was a sprinter, and I saw the other guy coming up behind me, and I was like, no, I'm just not going to give them a chance to, like, corner me at the same time from 2 different angles. We're going to go down into the storm shelter just to take a moment of respite here. What day are you on? Good question. I think this is, yeah, 4th day. 4 days, 2 hours. What up, Didinsky? Like 10 hours, I'm way behind the curve. Oh, man. You're in the best part, though. You're in the best part because you're learning the game for the first time. Project Zomboid is one of those games that I wish I could go back and play again for the first time. You know, I would say enjoy this, like, period of time while you can, because you might feel the same one day and wish you could go back. I just hit 300 hours and I'm still in the learning phase. The learning phase takes a while. Project Zomboid's a very complex game. Alright. Gotta be extra careful here. Just clear around here, make sure this is good. Okay. Here we go. Blacksmithing 1, butchering 1, carpentry 3, fishing 1, welding 1, welding 2. We're focused on 1 and 2 for the most part. 1 car key. That'll be this one here probably. Not really interested in pottery. Kind of no purpose to it. A lot of these aren't even skill books, most of them. The Louisville Bruiser. To carve a bat. Okay. Kind of tempted to try and get this car working. We'll see how much fuel it's got. Ugh. Okay. Last thing I want to check. No gas. Okay. Car's really of no use to us. A couple of extra vehicles that we could check for fuel if we, you know, maybe come back after I drop some of these books off. I don't know if maybe there's something worth having on the second floor. Notice there's also a little infirmary there. I'm a meringue pie. Ooh wee. Let's eat that. We do need to put on weight. Feels like a good way to do it. So this lunch bag is full of good stuff. Wow. Dude, how much were you bringing for lunch? Damn. Evaporated milk, 472 calories in that. Zombies being able to open doors is terrifying. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, let me catch up with chat here. Started right as 42 started, so I've kind of just held up playing, trying to drag my best friend into it. Life has not been cooperating. Yeah, I understand. No worry, devs are dusty. Have a good one, bud. Daily temperatures are up. Unfortunately, it's going to be around 95 Fahrenheit today. What is that? 95 F to C. Wow, dude. Okay, enjoy. Rather you than me. Rather you than me. What's Extinction? It's a new difficulty preset that's been added to Zomboid recently. 400 hours in and I'm exploring the towns you can't spawn in for the first time. Crazy how big the map is. Yeah, it really is. And I think that's something that keeps Project Zomboid, like helps keep Project Zomboid interesting in the long term, is that you really don't get to a lot of those locations until you're already quite a way into your experience. Not to mention, you know, there's a huge amount of like map mods and stuff available too. To expand on that even further if you want to. Painkillers are good, not really much else to write home about. Okay. I'm not going to go out that way. Is this a multiplayer server or a single player save? This is single player. This is single player. Although I do want to do Extinction co-op with someone at some point. So I might...Lushi's not too keen on playing Extinction in co-op. So I might ask Retinaru. Oh, Jesus. I might ask Retinaru how he feels about doing a co-op run. I'd play it with you. You just have to acknowledge there might be an extra challenge on top. I've been thinking recently, like, I don't do like a huge amount of collaborations on my YouTube channel for reasons and past experiences, but it might be nice to do like a few more in on Twitch, you know, especially if I'm playing Zomboid, because it will help keep it interesting for me and like fresher, you know. playing with new people. Is he just sitting in the sun? Aww. What a good boy. Just by the patio doors, does he? Frank does this thing, chat, where if the sun's coming through the patio doors, he'll just lay in the sunbeam. He loves it. Very much a summer dog is our Frank, I think. Oh, of course, I freaking locked the door, didn't I? Okay, let's see here. Butchering, blacksmithing, animal care, carpentry, fishing, welding, 1 and 2. Okay, we're missing some carpentry books, that's for sure. Fishing might be handy. I'd be down for co-op. We should. I feel like we should get some games in sometime, because I feel like we've known each other adjacently in the Zomboid community for ages and never actually played anything together. And Extinction kind of gives us an excuse, right? We do like a modified version of Extinction where like we've done what I've done here and made the activity like day and night. I don't know if there's any other changes you feel that we would need to make. I think I made days an hour and a half rather than 1 hour, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember. Yeah, it would be cool to get like a co-op playthrough in. Oh, coffee. Yes. We have coffee. We have a mug. There was some sugar cubes I should have picked up. And some milk in another house. I could have made like a full proper coffee. We have evaporated milk. Yeah. Zorro and Facts444, thank you very much for the follows, guys. Appreciate that. We also had Ender Dragon and Cap Off 69. Nice. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. I only did activity both on my own run. Didn't feel like it needed more. Maybe you set some goals on specific days to force us into action. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we need to do like, I don't know. What do you think about... Do you think it would be too much if we spawned in Louisville? Do you feel like that would be too difficult? Or do you think we could handle that? Or even if we put in like a modded city map. feel like doing extinction but spawning in a city might be a good angle, you know? That might be interesting for people to watch. Different kind of... Like it would still be new, it's still something different. I'm down for dying horribly. Yeah. I think that probably would be what happens. Okay, let's see here. I'm still losing weight. We need to pack on the poundage here. And I feel like almost the best way of doing that is just going to be to eat all this trashy food. We do have fruit jam. Fruit jam's pretty good for that. Okay. Still fun and games till you accidentally spawn 1,000 zombies in an apartment building. Oh man, yeah. How to use generators. That's what we love to see. Found that in somebody's mailbox. I'm playing here on Apocalypse, way less rain. It's almost August and my collectors are prepped and the water has been off since day 3. Not a drop, still thriving though. Nice. Ducks living in the house I spawned in for my new extinction run. Place was swarmed with like 40 zombies from the get-go. Had to take off into the woods. Yeah, there seems to be, we're not really sure if it's a bug or it's intentional or what, but we're not really sure whether it's in the house you spawn in or like in like the very local area. But there seems to be this thing where it sets an alarm off very, very early. Like almost immediately after you spawn in. I don't know if that's just because they increase the amount of alarms and stuff, obviously. But yeah, it's a challenge. Wait, we had a gun locker in the basement, didn't we? Why I'm looking for shelves to put these guns on, and I'm like, wait a minute, we've got a whole ass gun locker down here. I do like the idea of having this 38. So we can find some rounds for that. It's a very quiet tool to train our aiming with. I've seen weird alarm behavior on Apocalypse. I drove by the school and its alarm went off. Can zombies set them off by default now? I wonder if that's it. Maybe they've changed it so zombies can set them off. Don't know. I'd have to check. Zombie and Lunaris Flower, thank you for the follows. Zombies can set off alarms and spawn around the building you spawn in. Yeah, they definitely can spawn around your building. That I did notice. And we do actually need meat in there for our next stir fry, so that will work. We've got a bag of tato dots. Finding any sledgehammers? Nope. I've not really gone in search of them though, right now. Just out for an axe currently, more than anything. We do have a couple of like very basic books that we can read now, which is good. 4 p.m. Feel like we can tick this off as search now. We're gonna be getting tired very soon. That much I know. Yeah, the whole building having an alarm on it, or like an alarm setting off straight from the get-go, isn't like a thing I dislike, to be honest. I do think it gives like a very unique challenge and a very difficult start, like a little bit of spice right at the beginning. Also, we have to be worried about the possibility of helicopters soon. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Extinction makes them pretty regular. I don't know what the exact time frame is, but my biggest complaint with Extinction is how hard the start is. Once you get a foothold somewhere, it's not too bad, but all the crazy movement alarms going off in the first day is rough. Yeah, but like I say, I don't know if I'm opposed to that, because for those of us that have played the game for a very long time, it's offering us something fresh and difficult, and like, I don't know, I guess I appreciate that I can still find something challenging after playing the game this long, you know? Ooh, vehicle key. That's a blue key. I didn't see a car on the drive. I wonder if that was one next to the school. Frying pan. Extra cooking container. We love that. Or yeast. Maple syrup. Hell yeah. 1,100 calories. That's what we want. And milk. We can make a coffee. A proper coffee. A proper copper. Smoking pipe. Interesting. I can't reach this bookcase, which is kind of annoying. No, there you go. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's fucking right, bitch.
I don't know if you caught that, chat, but Loose dropped something, and there was a bit of a clang, and I've just looked over and sort of grinned, and I got I got the what?
God forbid a girl be clumsy.
Yeah, you do be clumsy. Yep. You do be that. I'm getting called names, chat. Suppose I asked for it. Can you go over hunger versus weight real quick? I'm not sure which negative traits to take. I used to take underweight. So, basically, hunger. So, you'll get hungry on a regular basis, but weight is determined mostly by calories. You can look into it in more detail than that, but if you look for things that have a high amount of calories, you will gain weight by eating them. So things like, for example, this jug of maple syrup is a godsend for me because I can put on calories real fast. If you are underweight or overweight, there are debuffs involved that will make you less fit. You will not be able to continue exerting yourself as long. So it can be a real big downside if you get like underweight. It's definitely easier to lose weight than it is to put it on, in my opinion. Right now, at least. Ice cream, we're eating that right now. 1,600 calories. Get it in you. Lots of calories. You might even see. Let's see. There you go. So our weight has now leveled out. It is not decreasing because we ate a high calorie item. So my goal is to try and eat enough that I'm putting on a little bit at the moment. Simon's Fitness Club weight training. Does that actually increase fitness? We can try it. I think I've watched those. I think I've ever actually used that tape. So the hunger trait, hearty appetite, is just your attitude about food. It doesn't actually affect weight gain. Yeah, that's correct. I don't know if being hungry in itself affects your weight loss. Like maybe you lose it quicker. Don't think it does, but it might be worth looking it up on the wiki. But yes, it like having the hearty appetite won't affect your weight. It just makes your character hungry. Snow globe of Wisconsin. Hinted unlabeled can of food. I think we're going to pass on that one. Ooh, mac and cheese. Okay, and that's everything. You just got to check the shed, and we can head back to base. Two more empty gas cans. Respirator filters. I mean, I guess we'll take the gas cans. Haven't got anything else to carry anyway. Okay. How many calories are in a liter of Coke? I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure if I know drinks should contain calories, but I'm not sure if they actually do. There's a trait called Nutritionist that allows you to see the calories of everything you're eating. It'd be interesting to put that trait on and then have a look at a bottle of Coke or something, because I don't really use that trait usually. Calories in drinks do work now? Yeah, because I know they didn't for a while, didn't they? When at the start of B42, they didn't seem to work. I honestly still think that, like personally, I still think that maybe they need to balance weight just a little bit more to make it a little bit tougher to start losing weight. Because you do still need to eat quite a lot to keep the poundage on. That or just make certain items hold more calories, because I don't feel like I should need to chug a bottle of maple syrup or slam back an entire, you know, tub of ice cream to keep my weight allowance up, which currently you kind of have to do. It's not like that big of a deal, but it would be nice not to have to eat so many high-fat items just to keep weight on. Okay, we're going to put these gas cans in the back of the truck, because if we do find gas, I'd like to be able to carry it all. I think we've got anything else to go out here. Oh, biggest thing I'm forgetting to do. Lock your doors. Ladies and gentlemen, you are playing the Extinction difficulty. Lock your damn doors. Rabbits work super well for keeping weight up in current Zomboid, which probably shouldn't be the case. Yeah, it's very interesting how certain items seem to keep it up quite well, and others not so much. That you maybe think would. This is actually really good. We got another beef patty here, and we've got a loaf of stale bread. So what I can do is I'm going to cook the beef patty, and then we can make use of the bread before it goes stale and make some more burgers out of it. We're going to be living off burgers like our entire life. Honestly, I've heard of worse fates. Smash burger or thick burger? Smash every time. No contest. It's got that real nice crisp on it, you know? Num 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 num. I like a bit of crunch, a bit of texture. Oh, here we go. We do have some sugar cubes. Oh man, we're gonna make such a good cup of coffee. Let me tell you. Also, a mod that I'm going to be covering in my next video as well is there's a mod called what's it called? Something to do with caffeine. Caffeine makes sense or something like that. I think it is. Where it makes it more like realistic effects of caffeine. So it's not just like fatigue reduction. It's like a gradually ramping improvement. And then it's sort of like, you know, takes a dip. Wait, can I not turn this into a burger now? Hold up. Create sandwich. Wait. Well, you can't put this in a sandwich. You need buns? Come on now. Are we for real? Put the beef patty between 2 slices of bread. Why should I need a whole burger bun? This is so stupid. Man, I miss cooking mods. There's no crash if you don't stop drinking. That's your advice, huh? Just keep drinking coffee and you'll never experience a crash. Add some thin red onions to that burger. Dude, you guys, like, I swear every time I stream, we all just end up getting really hungry. We're a food-driven people, we are. It's fine, I'll turn it into a pork sandwich. I'm gonna grab a book. I think fishing might be a good call. It might not be, but who knows? We've also got Butchering 1, which would probably be worth reading. I used to drink 1 gram of caffeine a day. Damn. I gave up my 1 gram of caffeine habit cold turkey for Lent one year. My boss sent me home because she thought I had the flu. Yeah, caffeine will do that to you. Renegade Incubus, thank you very much for the follow. Also had Colin Garlic, Sifu Scum as well. Thank you guys. Right, let's make pork chop sandwich. Because it's stale, we need to add some more stuff to them. So we're gonna add garlic. I love how I can add fruit jam to these sandwiches. Salt. Honestly, the fruit jam might make this like might tip it over into like being a sandwich that'll make our character happy, which would be wild to be honest, but let's try it. Fruit jam. It actually does. That's hilarious. This is a god-awful sandwich we're making. A pork chop with garlic, salt, and fruit jam. I feel like if we combine the pork with the jam, it would have been fine on its own. But now that we're adding like garlic in there as well, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Excellent. It's 9:30, so I think we can get a couple hours of reading in so that we keep a good sleep schedule on this one. Look, Rafferty, how's it going? Ghetto sweet and no sour pork sandwich. I noticed you can cook stews and soups in buckets now, not just cooking pots. Are you kidding me? You can cook soup in a bucket, but you can't cook it in a saucepan. You've got to be joking. That's one tweet we did for our multiplayer server. We upped reading speed. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense in multiplayer. We did the same too. Yeah, because soup stew requires a minimum of 500 milliliters of water, if I remember correctly. It's just so funny to me that you can't, like, cook just a pot, like a can of soup in a saucepan. It's the fucking apocalypse. It doesn't, like, I'm not gonna care what container I'm cooking it in as long as I'm cooking it. The saucepan only holding a mug's worth of water is just wild. Is that how much it is, a mug's worth? That's hilarious. Speaking of mugs, let's make that coffee. My character's... This is gonna be, like, heaven for my character. Right. So we need water in this. So... filling the coffee mug. Okay. Create coffee. Excellent. Coffee beverage. Then we're gonna add sugar cubes. What? Hang on. I can't add milk? Was I supposed to leave room in the mug? Like, maybe we... Maybe we did... Maybe I put too much water in there? This game, I swear to God. Makes me deeply upset. Duck, are you aware that sort of comment leads to events like the Great Misused Tupperware Massacre? Wait, I missed the comment, I'm sorry. Tupperware Massacre, huh? I literally cannot add milk to this coffee, right? Okay, let's have our coffee beverage with sugar with a milk chaser. There we go. Because that's how we've got to do things to get a good fucking drink around here. It's like watching Mr. Bean get ready. True. Jesus Christ, man. Mix it in your mouth. Oh god. This is the what we have to resort to. It looks like I've got all the local TV turned off because now I can watch these life and living shows way after their time slot. For those that don't know, that's always been like a bit of a bug with Project Zomboid. If you turn off every other TV within a radius, basically you can catch life and living shows late at any time up until the next one airs. So 6 a.m. is the cook show, but as you can see right now, we're watching it at 9 a.m. And we can do that at any point until 12 rolls around. It's long-standing bug, that one. But Zagel, we have been surviving. So far, so good. I think next time we do this, we're gonna have to go on a run for fuel. That's my next big thing. Now that we've kind of got situated, we've got our immediate needs taken care of. You know, we've got a relatively safe house. We have a vehicle. We've got plenty of food. I think the next thing we need really is to start thinking about gas and water. So we may have to go further afield in the next one. I know there's a water dispenser at the construction site, but we had an alarm go off there and a bunch of zombies came in, so... Red, just away. Thank you very much for the 5 months subscribed, my friend. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a good one. Right. I believe that's where we're going to wrap up the Project Zomboid segment for today. We are going to be streaming a little bit more gameage here in a minute, but for those of you watching this on the YouTube VOD, thank you very much for doing so. This was day 2 of our Extinction playthrough on Project Zomboid. And if you want to come by the stream where these are recorded live, there will be a link to the Twitch channel in the description. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.